Hello and welcome to Mr. E's Masterclass. Today we're going to be looking at add-ons, specifically for new players coming into World of Warcraft and not knowing where to start. So I've already pre-opened some websites you need to get. So you need to go to Twitch TV/downloads and download the Twitch app. And you also will be using a thing called Elvui. It's called Elvui Tuki. You can just put in Elvui WoW into your search and come up with this website, and you'll be forwarded to here. Now, once you've installed the Twitch app, this is what it's going to look like you're watching the stream. And you'll go into mods here, and you're going to go into World of Warcraft. Now, I'm just going to look at today some add-ons that may help you if you're beginning out, don't know where to start. You'll go to Get Mods, World of Warcraft, Get More Add-ons, and then over here to Retail. If you have both, you might want to look at Classic. Today we're looking at Retail. You're going to go into Popular, and these are the add-ons I use, and we'll show you about them later. So in Popular, I recommend getting Deadly Boss Mods, Details, Raider.io, WeakAura is 2. You can get World Quest Tracker. I have used it. You can look at Healbot, but I don't think you'll need it because we're going to get Elvui. And Auctionator can help a bit. And also Simulation Craft and Method Dungeon Tools and Exhaustus Raid Tools are all good for you to use actually. So those start off those add-ons. You click install. Okay. And then you also need to get a major one called Elvui, and this is like what I like to use for setup for all your bars and stuff. There's a lot of stuff in here, but first of all, just getting it off the ground is what you should do. You just click download Elvui here. This one you'll have to install separately. The app does everything else. You're going to open this, and then what I like to do is extract to and find in your computer where you have saved World of Warcraft. I've got games here, World of Warcraft Retail. I then go down to interface, add-ons, and in the add-ons folder, that's where I'm going to install my Elvui and extract the files. Okay, so once you've down the Twitch app updated, you should be able to just log into the game. We hit play. I've got my fresh tune here. I've called Mr. E, as always, to follow this big streamer myself. I've disabled all my add-ons for the sake of this so that I could load them individually and we could go through together. So, if you stored Elvui correctly, this will pop up on your screen, and this says Elvui installation. Now, I wouldn't skip the process, hit continue. The first thing is for your CVARs. Okay. Just hit continue on that one. You can leave your chat if you want. You can set up chat. Okay, where you want to put it. I just hit continue. Now here you can change class, dark, or class. Classic, dark, or class. I prefer class. I get to see if I see targets and different NPCs. It highlights a pretty color for you. I prefer using class. The scale, auto scale is fine. Let it scale it for you. Here it now is interesting. It's a quick setup for you. You've got tank, physical, DPS. You've got healer, and you've got caster DPS. I prefer caster DPS because you get a lot more bars, but it's all really up to you having a look. But there's a lot of customization in Elvui, so whatever you prefer. Caster DPS, and continue. And finished, and it will load up. Now, there's a lot of settings in Elvui, so if you press escape and go into Elvui, you're given up with a whole general set here of so much customization, and maybe we'll go through, and if any puts your questions in the chat, we'll go into Elvui. What I want to take you to here is called toggle anchors, and that makes it able to just click and drag, alright, where you want. There's a talking head. Not as important, I'll put it over here. I might want to put up my cast bars a bit higher. Put my boss button or zone ability up here, or vehicle leave button. And I can really, up to you where you want to place everything. Okay. But really it's your decision. I like to have mine more up a bit. Okay. And then you can just lock it. So you can also in Elvui look at your general scale. So you can move that up, increase it, how big you want your general auto scale. For action bars, you can go general player bars and specifically add bars. So far I have 1, 2, 3. I don't have 4 enabled, but I can enable it. I can enable 5. I can enable 7. I can enable 9. Okay, so you can add and move those bars. You can also, so if I'm looking at bar 1, okay, I can increase how many bars are in bar 1. I can increase the spacing. I can increase the size. I can increase width and height. Alright, so you can specifically look at those bars. You can do the same with your where am I looking? Unit frames. So if I go to my unit frames here, I can see my individual units of the player, the target, so I can increase and decrease my unit frame here. So I can see I want to put my health higher. You can do this with my targets bar over here. I can change the width and height of that. That's what I'm focusing. You can look at buffs, the way they cast, but literally so much control in Elvui, and that's why it's pretty much a fan favorite and a must need when looking at add-ons for first time players. You can edit your nameplates and how you see them on other players. There's really, I might do a whole thing around Elvui, but just being able to set up those basic sets and moving around your bars could greatly help your game. The other add-ons I want to look at today are, I want to worry about these. Details is really good to have, so you can track your damage and healing done. Exhausted raid tool is really good for raid tier if you get into a guild. Gladius is a PvP one, we won't look into that one, but you can also use that one. Heal button, nothing. Method dungeon tools I use if you're thinking about doing this Mythic Plus. Pratt is a cast bar chat thing, don't worry about that. Raid.io is depending on you where you are, you need to enable, you can do all Americans if you'd like. Quick mark can also be good if you're tanking. Don't worry about recounts, another version of details, which details I think is so much better. Simulation craft, that's for your high tier stuff when you come to simming gear, which we will do a video on later. I like to use threat plates, so that's a way of looking at nameplates above mobs' heads. I prefer to use threat plates, it's good for tanking as well. Weak auras is very important. This is for, weak auras are like a way that gamers have been able to like write code and make things easier and create like UI benefits. So say they want to track on a certain raid boss when an ability is coming out, they use weak auras to do it. There's also a whole bunch of weak auras we'll look into which can help you in your gameplay. I use them for, there's so many weak auras out there for classes, practically anything. There's one that's Xana's practice, that's a weak aura. DBM. Okay. DBM's pretty popular. And that does, anytime you're in a dungeon or raid, it just pops out some information for you, so. Here, as you can see a whole bunch of stuff. I've got my ERT note. This is what this is on the bottom here. This is from my raid. We've looked at, so people can pass some notes. We'll just get rid of that for the time being. This is quick mark. So quick mark, when you're going through mobs and stuff, instead of having to right click at the top, it automatically just macros it so you can mark stuff pretty quick for your team. And this here is your details. So details, it tracks everything for a fight, damage on DPS, femto, frags, healing, deaths. And then you can also look at, if you go into further settings, you can set it up. There's a whole bunch again within details, and it's good to track your ability to do damage. So this has been hopefully a quick guidance of some of the add-ons I use as a Mythic Raider and long-time player, and I hope you find this easy to pick which ones to start off with. And then any questions or further, we might put up some different videos to go specifics. Please leave comments in the chat what you'd like to see more for these add-ons. And as always, welcome to your first masterclass of Mr. E. Thank you.